Greetings, Wastelanders, and welcome to the next episode of Let's Build a Settlement here at Echo Lake Lumber. Today's episode is brought to you by I'm just kidding. But no, really, today's episode is actually brought to you by me, Spoonerdee. And why is that? How is that? Well, this week is the launch of my book that I have been telling you guys all about. My book is called Where Is My Mind? It is releasing this week, November 13th. That is a Thursday, I believe. It'll be available on Amazon worldwide. So make sure you pick up a copy so you're not the only square in your whole neighborhood without one. And then they will shame you, make fun of you, and I will join them. So, you're noticing things look a little different. If you missed the live stream this past Saturday, surprise live stream, I do apologize big time that you didn't know about it. Nobody knew about it. I did not advertise it. It was just kind of supposed to be a testing thing. And a bunch of people showed up, so I just kind of stuck with it. I was testing out a new feature where when I live stream, my texts are read aloud. Little text-to-speech robot thing going on there. And so a bunch of people showed up, and so I just decided to kind of go with it and do some building and then whatnot. And I only plan to, from then on, do an hour, and then end up doing, geez, like 2 hours worth of building. So, yeah, there's a lot going on here. So, if you weren't here, let's go ahead and do the tour so you can actually see what the heck is going on. There will be more live streams coming up, so don't feel so bad. The future ones, I will be advertising them so that everybody can stay up to date on that kind of stuff. I'm going to try to do them more often, too, now that I have that whole text-to-speech thing. Big thank you and shout-out to GameTown Walkthrough for helping me with that that whole situation, getting that set up. So, yeah, here we go. So, the last episode before the live stream, we built the trailer house, and then that was that. So I came in and I added some decorations. We got a whole big fireplace going on out here. We got some chopped wood, an axe with a stump. Come on in here and built a nice little cozy fireplace area and got some more chopped wood in there, a couple of seats so we can just kind of chill by the fire. Weapon rack with one weapon on it, an armor rack with no armor. Nice little couch bed for sleeping. Nice little kitchen. We do have the little stovepipe outside that does its thing. We got a beaver lamp. Insert Leslie Nielsen. Nice beaver. We have Todd Howard, who's been shot in the face because of his crappy updates and his, I don't know, greed with his crappy new special edition of Fallout 4, which is nothing more than a money grab. I highly recommend you do not waste your money on it. You will be hugely disappointed. And if you are on PC, oh yeah, I forgot about that. If you're on PC, I highly suggest you also disable the upcoming update if you haven't done that already. If you don't know how, hop on to here, YouTube, and look on how to disable games from updating via Steam. It is super, super simple, so go with it. So, after that, we came in here, and everybody said I should make a hoedown place, so we got ourselves a nice little fancy dance hall for the truckers and whatnot. Got a party bear, got a party duck, party deathclaw, nice couple of flamingos. And yeah, we got the bar here. There is cake. I had a request for cake while we were building. We got some pretty lights going all over the place in here. And we got a two-piece band, guitar, and some drums. Yeah, got a whole big drum set right there. We got some speakers, lights, the whole shebang. Spotlights, you name it, we got it. Then, of course, because everybody has dirty, disgusting minds, we decided to build a hotel with a red light district brothel type thing going on up here. And there's our hotel caretaker. He's got himself a little monitor here so he can kind of watch the goings-ons around the property, and a little computer there to log people in. We built ourselves a nice little dirty, disgusting bedroom. The joke was that this is where they film stuff. Well, leave that to your imagination. Another little bedroom in here. And then, of course, we got the king bedroom, queen bedroom, whatever you want to call it. This got the slightly nicer bed. It's got a table and a toilet. And there we go. And that's what we built. So, yeah, if you didn't catch the live stream, that's basically what you missed. Alright, we got a beautiful sunset, but we can't be working in the dark, so let's go ahead and fix that before we start building. So, yeah, like I said, there will be future live streams. It's something that I've done in the past, but not a whole heck of a lot, just simply because I haven't always had the time, and I probably really still don't, but I will try to fit it in and make things a little easier, too, with the whole text-to-speech thing, so that I can hear all your comments, so that I'm not trying to read a tablet while I'm working. That can be quite troublesome. There you go, troublesome. That's the word I was looking for when trying to do that. So, all right, we are getting pretty close to buttoning this bad boy up. This guy, I never decided what I was gonna do. Maybe let me see if I can just do some quick patchwork on this guy. So let's go ahead and jump right into building now. Into here. That is the right one. Alright. I might just do the same as I did on the other one and just replace the whole thing. Just because it's going to be probably better if I do. So, alright. We're just going to rebuild this. So let's go ahead and do that. Go ahead and get these in here. Oh, that looks like four wide. And then, yeah, this one will be pretty simple. We're going to need some unpainted wood textures. Not the white, the unpainted. Right? Let's turn off our highlighting so we can make sure. Because I don't want this to really look any different than what it is. No, it is actually the white. Okay. We're going to the white. Alright. We need that guy. There. And should be just the one deep. Is that a door? That is a door. Okay. Cool. Nope, no door that way. And, yep, there goes my nose getting all stuffy again. That was the problem I was having the whole time during the live stream. I'm just getting over a cold right now. And it's still around, obviously. And the more I talk, the more stuffed up my nose gets. We are actually going to need that guy, so we'll stick that aside for the moment. So, I apologize as we zip along during this video. I'm just going to keep getting worse and worse. And I apologize again for also being all sniffly up in your ears, especially for those of you watching this with headphones, or if you're like some of my viewers that watch this like first thing in the morning while you're trying to drink your coffee and eat your breakfast, and then you got this guy who's going right in your in your ears. Yeah, that was pretty gross. I shouldn't have done that. Oh, of course these aren't going to snap, so we're going to have to see if we can get... Of course, that's not going to work either. So, we're going to get ourselves a floor piece, and we're going to have to build this from the ground up, so to speak. Okay, back into here, wood, and we need the regular... Whoops, I went too far. Where did I go? Oh, jeez, I didn't know how I had that happen. Okay, those should be... Oh, there's another door there, too. Okay, good to know. Okay, so we're going to need another door piece. So let's stick that there. Grab our solid piece right there. Excelente. Now we can get rid of that. And... Oh, I guess I didn't make that piece. Okay. Well, we're going to need... Let's see. That is 2 spaces. That. Then our door. Nope, no. Oh, and then our door. And our other solid piece, yes? Yes, okay. Now we need the little doers. Come right on in here. Nope, a little bit further. There we go. Nice. Get all these guys right in there. Excellent. Alright, anything I missed? I don't think so. I don't know if I have that piece that makes that stick out like that. Well, later, Tater. Alright, now that we've done that, let's pick this bad boy up. Hole. Get it here on the ground. Oh, roughly about there, I think. Looks about where it was. Maybe. Let's check it out. Hey! That looks pretty darn good. Except it's too high up in the air. Oh no, if I try to pick it up because I've did some work here, I think. Well, let's see what happens. Let's turn our highlighting on. And see if we can just pick this up. Maybe we can. Okay, let's turn off our ground snapping. Let's get this guy down into the dirt. Roughly about there. Let's hopefully not have messed anything up. Nope, I think we're good. Cool. Alright. Now, let me see if there's any somethings I can add to this to make it look a little nicer, maybe. Nothing there. What do we got here? Oh, yeah, we don't want that. Miscellaneous. Does it have that? No, this didn't have that. I don't think it did. Let's see. Well, I suppose we could put some doors in if we really wanted to. Yeah, why not? Let's just throw some doors in here. Who cares? We got doors. Doors for days. Let's see, roof section. Let's see if there's any like little add-on type things we can throw in there. Excuse me. Doesn't really look like it though. So, whatever. Alright, that's good enough. Alright, so I've been hinting about the whole toy thing for quite a while. Obviously, that's going to be beverages. That was going to be food. And we got the toss challenge there. And then, oh, that's ice cream. So I guess we're going to convert the toss challenge into a toy store. This was a request from one of the viewers. And instead of just building a place, and we already used that building for the dance hall, we're going to put our little toy store type deal in here. So I guess we can come in here and get rid of all the milk bottles. We don't need that garbage. Try to fill this all up with some toys and stuff, and get rid of that too and that. Make it look nicer. We do have a teddy bear there. We'll see if we can pick that guy up and do something with it. So get some of this other crap out of here. Baseball. I suppose we can keep the baseballs. They're toys. Hey, there's the teddy. We'll have to see if we can get him oriented properly. Come on. Stand up for yourself, man. Yeah, whatever. Alright. Get rid of that. No, let's put all the baseballs in the rack. Cage. Oh, I missed! What? Oh, my depth perception is terrible. There we go! We got one. I wonder if I pick up the cage. Bring it. Oh, it doesn't. Oh, and we almost lost one. Alright, we're just gonna throw the baseballs in the cage for now. That guy. Nice. Alright. Whoa! Careful. Get rid of all this junk. Those can stay. We can probably get rid of the sign that says prize. And then we'll try to fill this with all kinds of good stuff. I don't think we need the wood box. Can I get to that garbage? Because that is kind of annoying me. Oop, oop, there's some of it. Can't get to that last little bit. That's okay. We'll just have to ignore it. Why is there such a huge gap between that and that? I'm going to save, and then we're going to see if we can build that gap, maybe. Or something, I don't know. Alright, let's go ahead and do a survey. Alright. Once again, I apologize for my nose. I'm doing the best I can to not be sniffly in your face. Let's see. I'm guessing we're gonna want some shelves. Yeah, that would probably be a good idea. There we go. Some wall shelves. Display our toys on. One of that? Is that what that looks like? It is! Nice! Alright, get rid of that guy. Gotta do this properly. Give me that guy. Give me that guy. And I don't think we have enough room to squeeze this guy in here. Not without doing some overlapping, so let's see if we can do that. Get these in there just right. So. Not bad, not bad. Alright, we'll have to knock that down a smidgen. Close enough. Alright, and maybe to keep these matching, let's go ahead and do that. That guy centered. Right about there. We'll get this one. Whoa! Where are you going? Out in there. Oh, yeah. Alright, we're going to turn on some lights so we can see this a little better. Maybe. There we go. Perfect. Alright. Pick up our teddy. See if we can... I hate that they get stuck in a particular rotation and it's like almost impossible to get them not to be. I know I do have what's it called? OC decorator. So I think we're just gonna use that. And I think we're just gonna scrap this one. These being a pain. I don't know. We'll put him up here with his friend. Maybe he's having a bad day, he's sick or something. He's the acrobatic one. We're gonna leave it like that. Alright. It's probably gonna mess everything up, but pick up the basket. And we're gonna put the basket over here. We're gonna put the baseballs back in there so that if somebody wants a baseball, they can buy a baseball. Nice! Alright. These are not grenade baseballs, so we don't want kids blowing their hands off. Alright, we can leave the cash registers, I guess. Alright, let's go into some decorating. And we're actually going to go straight to, there we go, OC Decorator. And entertainment. And we got, let's see, books. What is that? Let's see anything. Okay. Oh, geez, like somebody's supposed to be able to see that. Alright, we got some action figures, models, whatever you want to call it. So, bring that up nice and close. Not that close, I guess. Back it up. Whoa! Not bad. Stick this guy right there. Maybe not. Let's, turn on our surface snapping, see if we can... Uh-oh. There it is. There we go. Okay. Next. Whoa! There we go. Gotta get that just right. Okay. Carefully. Another little guy right there. And got Danger Will Robinson. Put this guy. There we go. Excellent. And skip that one for now. Whoa! This guy right here next to him, or her, or it, whatever. I don't think robots really have genders. But then again, you do have, whatever, the other one, that is pretty feminine, I suppose. Whatever. Who cares? Alright. Whoa! Disappeared. Try that again. Never seen that one before. That's pretty neat. And we'll stick that one there. Excellent. Oh, we got another ball. Guess maybe we'll throw this in with the baseballs. Nice. That just weighted down the whole thing. Not in the right way either. Let's see. Coin. Baby rattle. Don't think we need baby rattle. What else we got? Large baby rattle, which doesn't even show up. Big bottle. Oh yeah, we know got with these guys, the bobbleheads, of course. Alright, let's put a couple of these bad boys in here. Skip that. This is probably one of the only... Well, I should say one of the only. I mean, I don't really have a huge collection of, like, Fallout toys or whatever, but I don't have a bobblehead yet. That is something I have to get on to doing. That guy back up. There we go. Perfect. I'm not going to do all of them. Definitely got to do this guy, because that's cool. Got a little ray gun. Whoa! Pew pew! There we go. Alright, what else we got in here? Tapes. skip that. Oh yeah, you definitely got to have one of these. We cannot fit that on the shelves that we got there. Apologize again. So we're gonna stick this right over here. This will help draw the kitties in. Especially once we put all the lights in place. We're only gonna use whole ones. Oh, there's a small one. Sweet. Alright, give me that guy. We can probably get this one up on the shelf here. Let's turn our snapping. Whoa! Whoa! Okay. Turn that off. That's too big to work properly. Go ahead and boom. Oh yeah! Jangles the space monkey. To go up top right here next to Teddy's. Let's go ahead and read them there, and then we'll come in and place them by hand like that. Excellent. Okay, what else? Those don't exist. The weird toy alien thingamaboober. Looks like a germ. Gotta have race cars. And we can probably turn our surface snapping back on. Apparently, no, we can't because. Actually, that on. Mind? Throw a car in there. That looks a little messed up. Good enough right there. Gotta have the rocket ship. Love those. Go ahead and that guy there. And let's see if we can fit the Nuka truck over here. Put it in my face. Fit in there. Barely. Perfect. Good enough for me. Yeah, we can skip all that garbage. Ooh, toy soldier. Stick it there for the moment so we can place it ourselves. Ooh. Pretty beaut there. Alright, we're gonna have to do a repeat of something or something here. Oh my goodness, I am so sorry. I will just keep apologizing for that just because it's gross and I apologize. We're gonna have a little fun here. Let's see, what do we got? Apparently nothing. Brahmin hide. I don't know why those aren't showing up. Pretty sure they have in the past. When I've looked through here, through the body parts, why they're not showing, I have no idea. I might have to reinstall that mod to make that work. Sports and fitness. Baseball bases. Baseball card. Step and see. Ooh, a ball! Nice. Need that. Perfect. Make it fit. That's an all-star ball. Space we got. Oh, we can move that back a little bit more. Right about there. Nice. Okay, what else we got? Of course, all these things aren't showing. We got some bowling pins. Who's gonna buy a bowling pin, seriously? Maybe I am, like, missing something. Like, make these or something, I don't know. But whatever. No, we're not gonna sell weights. Let's see, chemistry workshop. Wow, yeah, like nothing's like showing up in this. That's terrible. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna do that. Let's see, chemistry. Maybe we can like have a chemistry set or something if I can find one that looks just like a normal chemistry set. Which I know I have in WDP workshop decoration pack. This one doesn't seem to really be working. I mean, you got the test tube holder. Which is kind of what I'm thinking, but I think I have one in the WDP that actually is holding some test tubes. So, alright, let's just go straight to that then, because that's just getting on my nerves. It is in the medical section. Yeah, there we go. Test tube set for Johnny. We can learn how to make the Ebola virus. Something, I don't know. Who knows? Okay. Now, what else can I put in here? Huh. Oh yes, duh. Creative clutter. I know a bunch of you probably like screaming at the screen there, going, "Hey, you dummy!" Go in there. There's plenty of stuff. What the heck is that? Oh, bar. Oh, look at that. Forgot that existed. Probably could have used that in the bar that we built, but that's okay. Let's see. No, not really. Ooh, there we go. There's like a full-on chemistry set. Goodbye. Love it. Something I would have wanted as a kid if I'd seen that. My parents would have been like, get real. We're not buying that for you. And then I'm like, but I want to be a doctor. And they're like, no, you don't. And they're like, yeah, no, I don't. So, true story. Alright, toys and games. Go. Let me turn off the highlighting so I can actually see what these look like. Nice. We have a nice little car model here. Let me see. Surface snapping is going to break everything, so we'll keep that off. Just going to have to, unfortunately, waste quite a bit of time to put these in, so we're only going to put a few here. Space them out to not eat up so much time doing it. Ooh, a pink motorcycle. We got to do that. That's cool. It's my wife's favorite color, pink. It's the film. It's too much. Oh, perfect. We got another little stack of robots. You know what? Actually, that helps tremendously. We'll stick that down there. Over here, actually. These are extras. We'll just throw a bunch in here, because maybe that's our #1 seller. So let's go ahead and fill those in. That'll eat up some good space for us. Ooh, we don't have this guy. That guy's badass. With me. Oh, and he's bigger than the other guys, too, I think. Throw that there. The model kits. Skip that for now. Yeah, the Brahmin, double-headed Brahmin thing. I'm gonna throw this guy right up here. Excellent. We'll skip over the regular black and white one there. Trying to think of something ice cream related. But gotta have the little Deathclaw toy, of course. Ooh, that's great. Maybe we'll take out the chemistry set. Or you know what? Let's move these over a little bit. We'll stick that guy there. Move that one over there. We'll put the baseball set next to the ball cage of balls that we got going on over there. Let's go ahead and just put that there. There we go. Ooh, and that one's signed too. Let's go ahead and that's like 10,000 caps for that guy there. It was signed by someone. Oh, a bunch of people. Does that say Babe Ruth? Hang on. Get over here. That does. That says Babe Ruth on there in the top one. Right there. That's crazy. That's some serious attention to detail right there. I never would have expected that. I don't know who the other signatures are, but that's pretty freaking cool. Alright, what else we got in here? Some chalk. We're out of space. Except for the shelves, which I kind of want to put like bigger things. So we can kind of fill these in a little bit. So let's go ahead and just throw that there. Oh, perfect. Give me that. These are all extras. We'll stick this down in here. We need all the big stuff that takes up space. This is for whoever's... There we go. Manning the register there. Waiting for kids to make up their minds. Yes. Actually, we'll use this one. This one's playing solitaire. We'll get that guy right over here. Perfect. Take that one out. Boop. Later. Oh yeah, I just got one of these. It's in my collection. It's a 3D printed. It's not an official one. But it's still cool looking. I might someday buy an official one. Not that it really matters. I don't really care. We'll put this guy in here. Excellent. We need that. Yeah. Put that in there. That takes up a lot of space. Unfortunately, I don't think we can use that one. The boat. We can definitely use the boat. This is Far Harbor. You gotta have a boat. Just stick that here. Oops, a doodle. Actually, let's turn on our surface. There we go. Excellent. Put that there. And then we got a dolly house. We're going to need another shelf. We're going to stick a shelf right there just for the dollhouse, and then we're going to stick some stuff inside the dollhouse. So, for now, let's put that there. And let's make a shelf big enough to house that. Let's see, let's see. I don't think the regular shelves are actually big enough for that. So maybe we can just use like a piece of floor or something. But we gotta put something in there that looks kind of nice. So we're gonna go maybe, where am I going? Back in here. And where am I? Oh, that's why I'm lost. Okay, there we go. Master plan. To here. Section. I need like the little itty bitty. Oh, there's no little square? Ah, you smell. Alright, let's try this one then. Floors. It's not bad, that's not bad. That's a little too big, but we can shrinky dink that. You guys remember shrinky dink? Gotta be pretty old to remember shrinky dink. Let's look at that. Let's see. How much space do we need? We could actually make that a little bit smaller, which is good. Let's go ahead and shrink that a little bit more. Yeah, Shrinky Dink, I think, was a 80s thing that was like these little plastic figures, if I remember correctly, that reacted to heat. And when you applied heat, they like shrank. It was basically just selling shrink wrap to kids, like colored shrink wrap to kids, and they, of course, bought it up and loved it. And they probably made a fortune. Because, you know, once you shrunk them, then you couldn't do anything with them. You couldn't make them big again, so you'd have to buy more to shrink more of them, and, you know, there you go. Alright. Let's see. Thinking, yeah. Oh, look at that. It's like almost in there perfectly. Get in there. Nice. Got a death claw. Alright, we're gonna move him back and turn. Whoops, doodle. Oh no! Oh, there we go. Perfect. He's in there going roar. Put the black and white cow in there. Okay. There we go. Perfecto. Okay. Now, of course, you know, I'm gonna... Well, do I really need to? I was gonna say I need to support the shelf, but I don't think we really need to do that. But we do need some lighting in here. Yes, we want some cool track lighting, actually. That'll be perfect, because that'll be facing toward the items there and lighting them all up. There we go. Let's go ahead and start with that. Get that just right. I think that works. Okay. Let's create that guy there. His little friend here. Up there we go. Excellent. Maybe another row down here to help light the lower ones. Do we need that? Yeah, I think that makes a heck of a difference right there. Alright, so though... Oh, the teddy fell! He's dead. Sorry. He committed suicide, apparently. Then I'm done with your trash talking, Spoonerdee. Try to keep these even looking. There we go, that works better. Okay. So we need another one. Yeah. Of course, it doesn't work unless you make the sound. See what I mean? We made the sound and it worked. If you didn't, it wouldn't have worked. True story. Okay. Yeah, that's good enough. Oh, jeez. Not even. Alright, I guess we'll scooch that one down that way. Oh! Whoa! Like that. That works! Cool, let's check it out from the outside. Whoa! Nice! Look at that. We got a cool toy store. There you go, for the person who requested it. Finally got your toy store. Sorry it took so long. And I know you were not a pain in the butt for requesting it. There we go. That looks better. Okay. Can I get rid of that? I can get this, because I don't want that sign there. We might have to rebuild the roof just to get rid of that sign. Alright, let's go ahead and do a save before we do that. Oh, once again, I apologize. Okay. Watch, I'm just gonna get rid of the roof, but not the sign. What? What did that even scrap? Lake lumber sign. Oh, there we go. Oh, whatever, that worked. Oh, it got rid of the little front part there. Okay. That's cool. We can deal with that. We do not need that sign, and I think, yeah, I can replace that. So structures, house, roofs. We need the tar paper, standard, and in here somewhere should be a matching overhang thing like that, I believe. Right towards the end. Somewhere. There we go. There it is. I'm gonna keep this looking as good as possible. Nice. It's like it never happened. Okay. I think there's a sign in here that says like toys or something. Curtains, portraits, posters, signs, I think. Oh, there we go. We're frozen for a second. Let's see. You look nice today, nice. Let's see. Bar Harbor Gifts. Okay, that might work. We'll stick that one there just in case we don't find the good one. What does that say? Buying gifts and souvenirs. Ooh, we can probably use both of these. Okay, we'll put that there. What's that? Oh, buying nautical goods. Interesting. Liquor. No, we're not selling there. Actually, we might want that. Yeah. Boom. And since that's food, we'll stick some... Oh, we already got a mini hot dog sign. Cigarettes, no. Cigarettes are bad. Cola floats. Yeah, we'll put that up here. There we go. Okay, candy. Bakery. Let's see, what is that? Candy, nope. Buffets. Don't feed the whales. Alright. Gotta keep that in mind. Ooh, ice cream. I have an ice cream sign. Yeah, okay. Thought I did. Prizes. Danger. Alright. This is gonna work. We'll, oh geez, they're attached now. I hate when that happens. I'm gonna stick that one up top here. That could... Oh, that's not even close. Alright, we're gonna have to turn on our workshop grid. There we go. Yeah, it's a little hack if you're on PC and you got something like that that won't go quite to the wall. Sometimes using the workshop grid will actually help out tremendously with being able to get through whatever invisible weird barrier thing is going on there. So, something to keep in mind. Let's see. Power. Zoe lights. Wall lights, I think. Be able to find what I'm looking for. Nope. Not there. What? We can probably use something like this to help grab the kitty's attentions. Oh, of course, that's not really going to work. Alright, so we're probably going to want the wall version then, I suppose. So, you know what? We'll take that and we'll stick this guy, like, right here in the corner. Boom. And orange, green. We're going to go with red and blue. I know that's what I did inside the dance hall, but those are the nicer looking of the two. Let's see, miscellaneous lights. No, not quite. Really? Thought there was... Alright, I guess we'll have to go into creative clutter. Lights, electric. We gotta get some decorative lights in here. Ooh. One of these. I want one of these in like real life too. Stick that guy right there. Boom. So let's turn that. Nice. Alright. Keep on going. There we go. There's the good stuff. Alright, now we can turn off our grid snap lighting. Okay, grid snap lighting. Grid effect. Make some of those there. Nice. And you'll have to do rocket ships on this side. Almost. There we go. Not quite perfect, but it is what it is. Sweet. Alright, let's put some mats in here. We can actually make this store. We're going to put in 2, and I'm going to have to create 2 people because I still have no settlers showing up. The only ones that are here are the ones that I made for the island over there. Oops, that's not what I want. No, what am I doing? Where am I going? You big dummy? Okay, we're going to make this, I guess, trader, yeah. Because I got a little bit of everything in here. So let's turn on our surface snap. And we'll put 1 person here. Boom. And another one here. Excelente. Okay. Now I'll make a couple of people and then we are done for the video. Let's see. Cheap terminal. Game. Workshop. Spawn. Rando. We'll spawn another one. Whenever this is done. There we go. Sometimes it's like instant, sometimes it takes a second. I don't know why.
Day of hard work. Garden, you should go. Never changes. Whole place is run by robots.
Really? You. Who are? Get over here. Actually, I never did assign anybody to the garden. I'll have to do that. Okay, so you're assigned there. And where you going? Get back to work. Got toys to sell. You know what? I'm gonna come right in here. We're gonna spawn a bunch of settlers to help with our food because we have like no food production. Alright, game alterations, workshop, spawn, rando. I don't know, how many should we make? Make a bunch. Do. How many was that? 3 or 4? I don't know. 1 more. They're probably all going to assign themselves to food.
That place is nothing but trouble.
You got 5. Nice. And every single one of them is self-assigned to the garden. Alright, let's watch them work in our elevated garden here. Nice. Once again, huge thank you to the person that suggested this, because this is just so cool. Especially watching them all work now, except for that dude, because he's like glitching through the thing there. You know what I call a good day? Whoa! Settle down. I'm gonna get out of here, because they're gonna start demanding beds, which I don't have all the beds yet. Oh yeah. Got our little gun store. Complete with a plug. Somebody tried to steal something, we'll fix that one up. Got the lobster roll place. And yeah. We'll put in some vendors here and fix these up just a little bit. Probably not as nice as looking as this, but, you know, pretty close. Oh, don't tell me you're out of bounds. Get in there. Let me shoot you. Both of you. Oh, well. It is what it is. Cool! Alright, we are almost done. I think we're going to finish up the stores. Maybe check around in here to see what we might want to do. I don't think I really want to do too much in here. I mean, it already is, like, its own weird thing. I don't know. Maybe, build some bedrooms or something. I don't know. Then, we're pretty much gonna be done. Yeah. Cool. Alright. That is gonna do it for this episode. I thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Until then, don't get irradiated.